My name is Yulia and welcome to my YouTube channel. I like to talk about little things that we can do today in order to stay positive and happy in our everyday life. Because no matter how we feel, no matter where we are, and no matter how we are doing, we can all use a tiny boost of positivity throughout the day and share it with our loved ones. Today, I wanted to talk about things that we can all do at home in order to stay positive and productive for our overall well-being. I also want to touch upon the topic of self-compassion because now in these crazy times, in the times of the social distress and uncertainty, we all need to be as much self-compassionate to ourselves as possible in order to keep staying positive. So I decided to take this time to be more mindful about myself and about things I enjoy doing when my regular routine is broken, and just find ways to stay positive, motivated, and productive for my own mental health. I also want to mention that it is totally fine to be absolutely unproductive in its general way. The productivity I'm talking about is the one that is directed towards our well-being, our self-development, and positive mental attitude towards ourselves and towards people around us. So now I would like to get into 10 things that I do on the day-to-day basis in order to stay positive and productive in my new home routine. I always start my day with morning yoga. I used to do yoga several years ago and I was kind of back and forth with it, and then I just started to go only to the gym. So now when I'm not able to work out anymore, I decided to get back to it. So every morning I wake up, I do 30 minutes of yoga. I find classes that I like on YouTube, and for me my favorite one is Alo Yoga. I hope I pronounced it right. So you can find classes that are 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, and the yoga there is for all the abilities, so for beginners, for intermediate, and for advanced. You can choose any type of yoga you like. You can choose a strength yoga, or you can choose a relaxing yoga. You can do morning yoga, or you can do after work yoga. So it is completely diverse, and I'm sure that you can find a lot of different options for you, but also there is lots of other channels too that you can browse through. That's how I start my day. And my next tip for you is to start gratitude journal. And this is something that I want to get better at. I don't do it every single day, but now I try to stick to doing it as much as possible, and not only every day but also just remind myself throughout the whole day what I can be grateful for. I'm grateful for waking up healthy today. I'm grateful for spring coming in. I'm grateful for the birds singing outside. I'm grateful for the sun. I'm grateful to stay at home with my closest family. Whichever you are grateful for, you can write it in your journal and it will make you feel better right away. Tip number 3 is self-care routine, and this is extremely important. Obviously, we all know that we have to brush our teeth and floss and take a shower in the morning and things like this, but also such simple things as not to spend the whole day in pajamas was quite challenging for me at first. I was waking up and I was doing some things, and I was reading or I was writing, and then I kept being in the same pajamas throughout the whole day. And I think that if I could choose one type of clothing I would wear till the rest of my life, it would be pajamas. So for me, changing something different already sets me up for the beginning of the day. Skincare is important too. I have so many masks right now that I can try to. My sister, I'm living with my younger sister, and she's obsessed with different masks. So she's kind of hooked me up for that. So tip number 4 is my most favorite and most important for me, and this is breakfast. Breakfast is my favorite time of day. It's my favorite meal, and it's always something special. However, when I'm working, like, it's special in the weekends, because when I'm working, I work very early in the morning and I don't have time for proper breakfast. That's why it's usually grab and go. But right now I can actually enjoy this time to have breakfast, and I am blessed to stay at home with my family. Now we all have breakfast at the same time. We cook something. We can cook something together. We set the table together, and we enjoy breakfast together. And we talk. We laugh. We have fun. We talk about what we watched yesterday, or we talk about what we read, We talk about simple things and we establish this connection that is so important right now. Even if you're staying on your own, please take your time to make proper breakfast for yourself. Something that you love, maybe something simple but cozy and heartwarming. Just dedicate some time to that. And when you will be enjoying your breakfast, don't browse through social media or don't read or don't watch anything. Just try to enjoy the taste, try to enjoy the flavors, and really appreciate the moment of being alive, being healthy, and being able to have this wonderful breakfast. Tip number 5 is a little bit controversial because it's not quite possible for everyone right now, and I understand that. To get outside of your apartment or a place where you live just for a little bit, only if you have this opportunity to stay as distance from other people as possible. However, sometimes I don't have this opportunity, but I still have a balcony that I can go outside to, and I usually set a chair there and I take a blanket and I'll take some time to read something, or I can just enjoy the sunshine. Just to get this fresh air into your body is so essential right now, especially with the spring coming in and with the warmth outside. So if you do have opportunity, if you do have the balcony, please set something nice out there, take a cup of coffee or take a cup of tea or hot chocolate or whatever you have, and just enjoy the sun and enjoy the spring. My next tip can be connected to the previous one, and this is find a book that you wanted to read for a long time. I have a long list of books that I wanted to read, and I'm currently reading The Outsider by Stephen King, and I really enjoyed it. I know that there is a TV show on Netflix that people are obsessed with and super good, but I decided to start with the book. We are actually reading it together with my boyfriend, and while reading the same book, we exchange what we think about it, so it makes this whole process is way more exciting and way more engaging. I also have other sorts of books more about self-development, self-growth, how to be successful, how to be positive. You can choose whichever you want to read. Just go through your list of books that you wanted to read for a long time and pick one. Right now there is a wonderful opportunity for that. My next tip is to try to be a little bit more elaborative with cooking. I know many of us are quite limited in the food that we have at the moment, but we can still be a little bit more creative, not to stick to the same meals every single day. For example, we can add a grated apple instead of the berries in our oatmeal in the morning. Or yesterday, for example, I did the yam fries and I added a pinch of salt and cinnamon to it. Just try to be as creative as possible in your kitchen, not to get bored of the food that you have at the moment. Tip number 8 is to do some exercising. I already touched upon this. Yes, I do the yoga in the morning, but as I used to have a very active job, I don't have enough movement. So I decided to follow along workouts. I usually do 20-minute workouts. I don't want to be super obsessed with the exercising at this time, but a little bit of movement won't hurt me. I don't do it every day, and this is something that keeps me more energized and positive overall. My last 2 tips would be for those people who want to learn something new. Tip number 9 is to get your hands on some online courses. So you can do it for fun. Maybe you just decided to upgrade your skills. I do 2 educational platforms right now. The first one is Coursera, and I do the well-being course at the moment that is dedicated to positive psychology, and it's completely free. You can actually find about 400 different courses that are free on Coursera at the moment. The second platform that I use is Udemy. I hope I pronounced it right. I'll just put the name in the description down below, or I'll put the name on the screen. They don't have free courses, but they have a lot of discounts for courses, and they are up to 85%. So I got the 2 courses in coaching and also self-development for $27 each, and this is self-paced. You can take your time, you can enjoy them, you can get to them, and then you can forget about them for a little bit if you're interested in something different. So that's totally up to you. You get the access to them till how much time you want. And my last tip would be to start something new. Maybe you wanted to learn how to knit, or maybe you wanted to learn how to draw, maybe you wanted to write a book, or maybe you wanted to start some kind of project. Maybe you got a guitar long ago and it is sitting in your room, So now is the perfect opportunity to take some classes online, or maybe to find something on YouTube again and to start learning how to play the guitar. So these are my 10 tips that help me to stay more positive and more optimistic in these crazy times, and I do hope that they will help you as well. If you have any other tips that you would like to share, please comment down below. I'm curious to know what they are, and I would be very happy to try them too. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to know more about little things that you can do today to make your life more positive and happier, please subscribe. I would love to have you as a part of my community. And that being said, I hope you guys have a positive day, a positive week, and a positive life, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.